you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Spreydon-Cashmere, Waihoro, Spreydon-Cashmere Community Board. Carolyn Potter. I don't think Lee's here. No. Kia ora, good morning.
Kia ora tātou. Can I just say in support, I just want to say that we had three big nights last week, and I just want to publicly thank staff led by Joe in our local office. I just thought of that when I was stepping down and thinking of the hard work that they put in for all three separate occasions.
Yeah.
Thank you. We've got no parties. But we've had so many small and big occasions in our ward this last month, almost to compete with Linwood Central. This was the celebration. This was amazing. I found out this campaign to stop the right-hand turn out of Barrington started more than 20 years ago. The staff kept saying to me these three people were involved 20 years ago and that formed the foundation of the Older Persons Forum in our ward. And I kept saying, no, that's not true. I've been on the board for up 10 years and I know that these people... It was true. These people started it 20 years ago, a campaign to stop the right-hand turn out of Barrington Mall. The staff knew it. I persisted in saying they were wrong. And I was wrong, and they started the Older Persons Forum, which continues to this day, and which meeting was held yesterday in our offices, and then the Spreydon Neighbourhood Network was formed, and it started campaigning on it as well. So it's been a very long time that they have wanted to make this safe, and this council staff have responded before. But for reasons of finance or whatever, it never went ahead. And on this occasion, it did. And we had a celebration in the mall because it wasn't appropriate to have a red ribbon across the exit from Barrington Mall with traffic. And there we are with Dennis and Sonia, leaders of the Spreydon Neighbourhood Network, cutting the red ribbon that we draped over everyone's shoulders in the mall. And we had a cup of coffee and we had a cake, which went all round those people there. And an ex-member of the Spreydon Neighbourhood Network sent flowers up from Invercargill. Thank you. This is the Edible and Sustainable Garden Awards. I'm so sorry that you've made the decision not to have them anymore, St Albans, but just this year, yeah, because it's such a fine occasion.
We started it.
I know you did. We copied it, but we introduced the edible, sustainable. We led on that.
We did that as well.
And that's Ray King from the Horticultural Society. The range of people who got awards on this is just wonderful. Young, old, many ethnicities, diverse, wonderful. And it was a great occasion. And this is consulting on the LTP. I think everybody who's consulted on the LTP will understand that not many people are interested in telling us about what we should put in or out of the LTP, but are always interested in telling us about their roads and rubbish. This is we did it in South Library and we did it in Barrington Mall, and where else have we been? We've consulted in other areas as well, and it's been an enjoyable process. This is the blessing at West Spreydon School. We had a marvellous photo of the red sky in the morning as we walked into the school grounds, and for the blessings. I do like the ceremony of blessings, walking around the new building and touching the walls to make them safe. It's sort of almost romantic. This building, one building at Spreydon School, has 5 kitchens. So the education system is shifting its way of teaching people how to live their lives, not just the academic subjects, but how to actually live their lives. It's a very interesting thing for those of us who are older to consider and to understand. So, and the blessing was a great experience. This is the Cashmere Valley Reserve, which is probably the most popular playground in our wards. Its location is between the river and the hills, and it seems to attract people from everywhere. It's got it's one of the few places that's got a pedestrian crossing outside that is actually recognised by cars. But the council did a great job of doing a range of plantings outside of that board area. And this was this is the map which led to quite a lot of drama involving our area and Horswell Hornby's area as well, with the residents from Craycroft and Westmoreland. My brain went gap. And that is the size of the road between the two suburbs that is now open. And the residents had been promised, A, that there would never be a road between the two suburbs back up the hill, and B, that when there was going to be a road, it wouldn't be open before the lights went in. So there were some difficulties, some tension, but nonetheless, we had an excellent meeting arranged by the staff, local staff and civic staff, Richard and his team, and and John Higgins. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned him, because he has a hard job, and he was extremely gracious. And the meeting went well, and I think there was a great understanding on both sides of the table by the end of it. And this is the board meeting at Spreydon School. We alternate our board meetings from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m, and this was a 5 p.m. meeting at Spreydon School. And the principal in the middle there took us out around the school grounds to show us the changes that have had to be made and the buildings that have been made. They had about 3 kitchens, didn't they, in the block that their children are in. And they're next door to Hillmorton High, and they talked to us about establishing a very close relationship with that high school. It was really good to get to know our local community better, and we had several people presenting to that community board, including the local garden, community garden, and the young people from Cashmere High wanting more basketball courts, which everyone wants. And there were other things that we did, including discussing the Addington crossing, the Hillmorton High. I got taken around the Hillmorton High new block, several kitchens, by the principal. We had a residents' meeting at Hoon Hay, which was brilliantly run, 1 hour, out the door. And then later on, this last weekend, Mel and I took the LTP consultation to an egg discovery, Easter egg thing at the same place. We had Lansdowne Play School had a celebration. The George V Reserve had a celebration, which Tim and I were at. The Cashmere View Park, the Cashmere View Park, and I saw the biggest rubbish dump in our ward going out in the community cars that I've ever seen, and staff are now looking into the causes of this rubbish dump and why it's there and how we can remove it right as we speak. It's between the Court Theatre and the new restored mill building in Addington. That's it.
Very good, thank you. So Tim would like to move it, and you've got a question, and Melanie would like to second it. Yes?
I guess following on from Carolyn's mentioning the Gosford Way meeting with staff, I do want to thank staff. They're quite right, they were very gracious, but they admitted they could have done things better. So I think that's a really good way to go forward, to admit there could have been things done better, and to explain how we got to those things. It wasn't perfect, but to learn as we go forward. We're always learning. I think it's really important. One of the interesting things, and it was mentioned with the others community board, the NZTA took sound recordings from a certain time of day, And it's absolutely a waste of time, because we also had traffic counts taken in December from the certain intersection, which is a waste of time because it was school holidays and they were taken out of context. So, you know, we've got to really get a lot better at that, and it's got to be like for like, and for want of a better term. I think with the Wolseley Road, Hoon Hay Road, we've got a lot of opportunity there while it's being done up, and I'd hate to lose that opportunity with staff as we kind of say, oh, well, we've moved on now. So I do still want the community board to work with staff on those opportunities, because I don't think they can be lost. It's too important. And we've now gained a bit of faith back with those two residents associations who we have worked with for a long time. We had a great working relationship. It got kicked in the teeth without question over this, and you'll be part of this as well. So we've got to keep that momentum, to keep that faith, which we have now re-earned. If we lose it again, the work that we do as elected members, both community board and councillors, will be, I think, lost and damaged permanently.
Well, he was franker than I would have been, but good on him.
Thank you.
Thank you, Tim.
Is this part of the debate? Oh, sorry, I thought that was debate. Yanni?
Yeah, just in terms of the LTP engagement.
No.
What?
Okay, carry on.
Do you just in terms of your engagement, do you have like a ward fact sheet, or do you think it'd be helpful just when you're engaging with people to have more specific
We had some
information?
hard copies. I know it's contrary to policy, but we had some hard copies to hand out because people want to see them. And staff had presented the information really well. We also had a training session on how to do that bubble thing. You know, we had a training session with local residents on how to do that as well.
So that's using the online tool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Yep, cool.
Thank you.
And happy to have a comment when it's appropriate. Are we in comments now, or debate? Or?
That was the debate before.
Well,
I allowed you to ask a question.
Oh, I just wanted to make the point that it was really good to see the progress around Barrington. Thank you to everyone that's been involved. I know that's been a long-standing issue. I think what's interesting for council at a governance level is the fact that we've got Langdon's Road, a similar development happening still after 30 years of something not being done.
That is not in this community board
No,
area.
but the issue around planning for shopping malls.
Look, please don't disrupt the meeting. That's enough.
Why would
you.
we just allow it to keep
Anne?
happening?
Yes.
Correct.
I wanted to further acknowledge staff. Thank you, Carolyn, for acknowledging staff. I mean, I've been involved as well in many community meetings over the last wee while, and staff go over and above, and we really appreciate what they do. Last night, I had three staff were cleaning up after the Garden Awards on their own, stacking chairs, putting food away, doing dishes at 7:30 at night. So we really do appreciate what you all do. So thanks.
Thank you very much. I'll put the motion. All those in favour say aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. Thank you very much, Caroline. Thank you. The next item on the agenda is Te Pātaka